Hello, today we are going to talk about increasing decreasing at increasing rates. As you can see, there are four functions or the four graphs of functions are drawn. The first one is increasing. As we are going from left to right, the value of function is increasing, so it's an increasing function. In the second one also, as we are going from left to right, the value of function is increasing, so it's also an increasing function. The last two are decreasing functions. Now, we know that the first derivative dy by dx is known as the change in the function, and that is known as the slope of tangent line. And the second derivative d square y upon dx square is known as the rate of change in the slope. The first one, if the first one is positive, it means the function is increasing. If the first one is negative, it means the function is decreasing. So let's talk about the first graph. As we can clearly see that the slope is positive throughout the way, throughout the function. So it means the first derivative is going to be positive. In this graph, the second graph, we can again see that the slope is positive throughout the function. So here also the first derivative is going to be positive. So it means the function is increasing here. Now in the third one we can see that the slope is negative throughout the function. So we can say that the first derivative is going to be negative. In the fourth one also that the slope is negative. So again the first derivative is going to be less than 0. If the angle is between 0 to 90 degree, if the angle is between 0 to 90 degree, then our slope will be positive, and if it is between 90 to 180 degree, then the slope will be negative. Fine. So for the first two graphs, the first derivative is positive, it means they are increasing functions, and for the last two graphs, the first derivative is negative, so they are decreasing functions. But our topic is increasing decreasing at increasing rates. So we need to find out the second derivative, which will let us know the rate of change in the slope. Fine. So here we can clearly see that our slope is positive and it is increasing as we are going from left to right. For example, let's say here it is 2, here it is 3, here it is 5, 7, whatever. So the rate of change of slope is also increasing here, so the second derivative is also going to be positive in this one. Let us talk about the second graph. In this one, the rate of change of the slope, or you can say the first derivative, is decreasing here. How? Let's say here it is 5, it will be 3 here, it will be 2 here. So we can clearly see that the second derivative is going to be less than 0. Second derivative is less than 0 because the rate of change of first derivative is decreasing here. Similarly, we can also see in the third graph, although we know that the slope is negative throughout the graph, but here it is more negative. Let's say this is negative 7. Now here it is negative 4, here it is negative 2, and so on. So the numerical value is increasing as we are going from left to right. It means the second derivative is going to be positive. Second derivative is what? Second derivative is rate of change of the slope, or you can say the rate of change of the first derivative. Now in the fourth graph, we can clearly see here that the slope is negative throughout the way, but the numerical value of the slope is decreasing as we are going from left to right. For example, here it is, let's say, negative 3, here it is negative 4, here it is negative 5. So we can again say that the second derivative is going to be less than 0 here. Now, the first derivative gives the information about increasing or decreasing function. If the first derivative is positive, it means the function is increasing. If the first derivative is negative, it means the function is decreasing. The second derivative gives the information about the rate of change of the slope. So basically, if the second derivative is positive, it means the function is, or you can say the rate of change of slope is increasing here. Now in the first one, in the first graph, first derivative is positive, it means the function is increasing. Second derivative is also positive, it means it is increasing at increasing rate. Increasing at increasing rate. In the second one, we can again see that the function is increasing, but the second derivative is negative, so the rate of increase, the rate of increment in the first derivative, or you can say the rate of increment is decreasing. That's why we will say that the function is increasing at decreasing rate. In the third one, the function is decreasing, but the second derivative is positive. It means it is decreasing at increasing rate. It is decreasing at increasing rate. The final fourth one, first derivative is negative, so it means the function is decreasing, but due to the second derivative which is also negative, so we will say decreasing at decreasing rate. The last one is what? Decreasing at decreasing rate. That's all about this concept. I hope you understood it. Thank you.